What's going on, guys? It's Hi with TheUpLeftUSA.com. Today is October 25th, and it is the first day of my big road trip across Western America. I am stopped in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in eastern Washington right now, because I'm about to get my first drone shot. Alright, so right now it looks like, according to the map, I'm sitting in Vantage, Washington, starting to head my way towards Palouse for my first destination. Okay, so it's about 6:46 p.m. I'm at Palouse Falls in eastern Washington, and very disappointed because it is too dark to get any video right now. It's like almost pitch black, but when I'm standing out there and looking down, I can see it's such an amazing place to drone and get footage, just because the waterfall is literally like right there, and it's just a long canyon where you can just it's wide open. So I'm pretty disappointed, just because tonight it's going to rain, and tomorrow's going to rain, so there's really no point in staying here and waiting it out. I can't even really do night, star trails or pretty much any night photography, just because it's completely overcast, and later, like I said, it's going to rain. It's too bright outside to actually see anything right now, so I pretty much am here and have nothing. So pretty much the choices are just to stay here for the night and chance it with the rain, and hopefully it doesn't come out in the early morning or whenever light is, or just make my way towards Idaho, which I'm thinking of doing that, and then coming back here as the final destination, even though it's the first destination. So I'm thinking that's going to be the smart idea, just because I don't want to waste any more time. I'm sitting at Pan Express at Walla Walla right now, kind of planning out the rest of this trip as far as tomorrow. Tomorrow is scheduled for Idaho. I have 3 stops: Rolling Nelson Snake River Birds of Prey National Conservation Area, which is where they're pretty much it's a bird conservation for birds of prey, where they have big hawks and all that shit go there to nest and everything. So I have that. There's Shoshone Falls and Craters of the Moon. So those are the 3 main spots. I'm worried about Rolling Nelson just because it's late in the year and all the birds are kind of done. The website says that you can see some birds year round, but I'm skeptical. That Shoshone Falls should be easy because it's just another waterfall. So it would be like Palouse Falls. I'll get my second chance at getting another waterfall shot. And then Craters of the Moon is the most important thing for me tomorrow. I have to get that done just because it looks like Wednesday, so it's the last day with decent weather in Idaho. And the rest of the week is rain, so I have to get Craters of the Moon done, but that's the last stop. So I pretty much have to decide if I'm going to Rolling Nelson or not. Things got a little bit complicated now because I was looking at everything up. Shoshone Falls is kind of like Snoqualmie Falls, which means it's just like a dam that creates a waterfall kind of, so it looks kind of lame just because there are buildings around it. Palouse Falls was a lot more natural. That, with the Rolling Nelson, like I said earlier, it's kind of complicated just because it's so late in the year and there might not be that many birds. So I'm thinking the best idea now is just to head to Craters of the Moon, get great shots of that, because tomorrow and Thursday is going to be good weather there. That's the main thing that I want to get. That. Then I'll head to Yellowstone. Yellowstone, when I was looking at Google Maps, there are some road closures where Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic and all that, so that might be complicated too. But I need to get both of those places before Friday, where rain hits both. And right now it's I think it's 40 degrees in Yellowstone right now, so it's gonna be cold. 70 degrees tomorrow at Crater of the Moon, so that's not too bad. So 7 hours from now is Craters of the Moon. That's gonna be first destination. Then from Crater to Yellowstone, it's another 5 hours. I might be able to do both tomorrow. I might do 2 days at Yellowstone. I'm not sure. But after that, it's gonna be Utah. Yeah, because Wyoming is where Yellowstone is, right? Don't quote me on that. Then it's Utah. Utah's gonna be fun too. So it's gonna be such a busy couple of days with driving and everything, but let's get started. This is the most technical driving I've ever had to do. You're pretty much 30 miles or so from the entrance to get to craters of the freaking moon. The first 10 miles you get nothing but gravel and super bumpy roads, like legit, like bouncing you everywhere, bumpy roads. After that, the next 6 miles is mud, like legit mud. Like if you stop driving, you will get stuck there and you're fucked. Then after that, the next, I don't know, 5 miles or so, not only you get gravel, bumpy roads, mud, but you also get hills and giant puddles where you cannot judge the depth of it. You just have to keep driving through. Google Maps is like fucking with me right now. It led me down like a wrong, completely road, like weeds everywhere. You're literally driving through with weeds and water. Like I can't even like I have to concentrate on driving right now, man. I am legitly worried about like being able to make it back out. Like I don't know how normal people with like sedans and like normal, I don't know, coupes and shit would like even make it through this thing. I have 12 miles left and GPS says I'll get there in 30 minutes, and the whole time I can see the sun is rising, and the sun is like a super, it's gonna be a good sunrise. It's deep red right now. So fuck, man. Like I am actually very concerned about this, like trying to leave this place afterwards. There is such a potential with the most epic freaking sunrise photos of my career. I just have to make it over there. And I'm so worried about being able to make it back. This is what I'm talking about. Giant ass fucking puddles. Oh God. Just make it through, baby. Make it through. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Almost there. Another foot. Oh. 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 This is the absolute worst drive I've ever gone to. I really, really hope that when I get to Craters of the Moon, it is like the most spectacular thing in the world. Words cannot describe my frustration. Maybe that can describe it. I'm now legitly just fucking rock crawling at less than 10 miles an hour. I have supposedly 1.4 miles left of this, and then I'll be at the Crater of the Moon, which I'm expecting just to be like this. A shit ton of fucking rocks. Ugh. Well, what can I really say about the last hour? The most disappointing part of this trip, bar none so far. An hour of driving through rock, mud, all this random shit for a field of nothing. No craters, no rocks. I have no idea where the fuck I am. Oh man. I really hope they weren't talking about those rocks that I drove over back there. I'm going to take the drone up, go up high, see if I can see anything. So as you can see, it's seemingly a wasteland out here. Nothing but more shrubs, trees down there, but nothing. No Crater of the Moon in sight. There was really only one way to get here. Well, actually, there's a lot of turnoffs, but fuck, no signs or anything. It's freezing out here. I'm guessing, well, elevation is pretty high, but my original plan was to sleep here for a few hours, hopefully let the sun come out, warm things up, dry off some of those ruts, but I don't know if that's going to happen. It's pretty cold out here. I'm pretty worried. Fuck. I think the only real plan is to make my way as far back as possible, and if I get stuck or something like that, walk until I get service, because fuck, that's really like a 10-15 mile walk really until I get service again. I'm so worried out here. As of right now, the only thing that I can do is just to trek backwards because I have no idea where the other way is actually gonna take me. So I'm gonna start heading backwards. Hopefully I don't get stuck anywhere. Hit a spot with service, like I said. Just pray for the best. So this is what this road trip has pretty much come to. I've escaped Crater of the Moon, and now I have a giant herd of sheep coming at me. There's 2 sheepdogs. Freaking adorable. And a giant herd of sheep. I've successfully navigated through the hell that which is Craters of the Moon National Park. I just looked it up. I'm 4 hours away from Yellowstone. I'm personally going to try to drive there. It's been 22 hours since I've slept, and fuck, man, that place completely wiped me out. That herd of sheep really cheered me up towards the end, but you know, that was kind of like just a weird like life thing, you know, that like really excites you. But now, like I said, I'm going to try to make it through Yellowstone. I'm going to head as far as I can. If I see a rest stop and I'm tired, man, I'm about to pull over, hop in the back, and get in my mattress. What the fuck? This is Craters of the Moon National Park. I just drove by a sign that said that this was it. It's literally just rocks on the ground. Fuck! I'm like so pissed about this whole place that I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I'm not even gonna go try to look at it because it's literally just rocks on the ground from what I'm seeing. All I know is that don't listen to Google Maps. I don't know if where I was actually Craters of the Moon or this place. There, you wanna see what it looks like? That's pretty much it right there. Bunch of rocks. After a very long adventure, I am officially in Yellowstone. 30 bucks. I'm just saying, Mount Rainier is 15. What's going on over here, man? Double the price. But I'm trying to get to the Grand Prismatic. That's my first stop for right now. This last 7 days, so I'm probably going to spend the night here tonight, but let's see how this goes. So I'm quite excited right now. I'm just at some random hot spring. It's not the Grand Prismatic. Is that what it is? It's not that one yet, but it's still pretty cool, man. Like literally there's just a walkway and you go up to these freaking hot springs. I'm now walking towards the Grand Prismatic Geyser hole. I'm not sure what you call it, but one thing you do notice about it is that it is huge compared to everything else. So this is like the prime example of my disappointment with this place. This is what it's supposed to look like, but because you are so low to the ground that you see a giant puff of smoke. That's pretty much all you see. You barely see any color, only the oranges at the bottom, and that's about it. It's now 6:20 p.m. I've been up for 30 hours, driving 27 or 28 of those hours. New personal record. I mean, I did like what, 4 or 5 states. Did Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and now I'm in Wyoming. So I am like completely fried. I am like a zombie now. It's to the point where I really don't care about it now. I just want to go like find some food, sleep. So call it good on this vlog, just because I probably have like 20 minutes worth of footage and I have to like throw away a bunch of stuff. See you guys tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know if I'm gonna stay here one more day, go to Grand Teton, then it's Grand Canyon next after that. So until then, see you guys later.